I took a night shift job at an old abandoned hospital that was being used as storage for medical equipment. The pay was good, and I needed the money. The building was huge, mostly empty, and I was the only security guard on duty from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. The first few nights were quiet. Just me walking long, dark corridors with my flashlight, checking locked doors. The place smelled like old disinfectant and dust. Around 2 a.m. on my fourth shift, I started hearing faint sounds, like distant footsteps echoing through the empty wards. I told myself it was just the wind or the old building settling, but the footsteps kept getting closer. I radioed the main office. No answer. I continued my rounds, but every time I entered a new corridor, the footsteps would stop the moment I turned on my flashlight. At 3:17 a.m., I was in the old psychiatric wing when I heard a child's laugh coming from one of the patient rooms. The laugh was clear and close. I slowly pushed the door open. The room was empty, just peeling paint and an old metal bed frame. I backed out of the room and continued my round, heart still racing. A few minutes later, I heard the child's laugh again, this time right behind me. I spun around with my flashlight. Nothing was there. But when I turned back, I saw a small shadow move at the end of the corridor. It disappeared around the corner. I followed the shadow. It led me deeper into the building, past rooms I wasn't supposed to enter. Every time I got close, the shadow would vanish, only to reappear further ahead. My radio started making loud static noises, even though it was turned off. At 4:30 a.m., the shadow stopped moving. It was standing in the middle of the old operating theater. I shone my light on it. It wasn't a child. It was a small, pale figure in a hospital gown, head tilted, staring straight at me. Then it smiled and whispered my name. I ran as fast as I could through the dark corridors, down the stairs and out of the building. My flashlight beam was shaking wildly. I didn't stop until I was in my car with all the doors locked. When I finally looked back at the hospital, every window on the top floor was lit up even though there was no power in the building. I quit the next morning and never went back to that job. To this day, I still hear the child's laugh sometimes when I'm alone at night. And every once in a while I wake up convinced someone is whispering my name from the foot of my bed. Have you ever worked a night shift in an old building and felt like you weren't alone? Drop your story in the comments. If you want more true night shift horror stories, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay safe out there, especially after dark.